Folks, lovely to meet you. Hello, some of you I know, some of you I don't know. Visitors, lovely to see you today. Poor old Becca, she's having a right rough one, isn't she? But maybe we can see her face a little bit later. Really today, I just want to talk about what networking is. Thanks for the timer there, Tony. I got my own. Unbelievable. That's so annoying, isn't it? Look at that. 9:24. So, what is networking? And a lot of people do this really, really, really wrong. They sign up for a networking group. They spend their money, lots of money sometimes, and then they sit back and wait for the dollars to roll in. And then at the end of the year, they go, I didn't get anything. I've got no business. 1N's a load of rubbish. Insert other business network here. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with 1N. There's nothing wrong with other networks out there. There's nothing wrong with them at all, because all they are is a organization that attracts people to come in and then networks in that room. A lot of people say bad things about the American network. Oh, it's the devil. It's 3 letters and they arrange people to meet together. That's all it is. Same as 1N, 4N, whatever N you're in. But what's wrong about networking, what people do wrong, is the way they treat it. The way they treat networking, the way they expect to get a return on investment. They just expect it to come back. Well, if I've spent money, I'm bound to get money back. And this is one thing that people do so wrong. And it's the one thing I need you guys to have a think about. And whether or not this is you, thinking, I am not getting anything back from 1N. It isn't good enough for me. It doesn't work for me. Networking's not for me. So I've networked now in Bristol for I think it's 26 years. And I've been in every network under the sun, and I've run networks, and I've been in one network now for 19 years. And time again, it always goes wrong, is because people in the room expect a return on investment. They just think they spent the money, therefore they're entitled to money. The problem is they don't give anyone in the room the opportunity to buy from them. And they certainly don't give anyone in the room the opportunity to recommend them. What I mean by this is that people regularly give a pitch that other people haven't got a clue what you're talking about. You know what you're talking about. No one else has a clue what you're talking about. And you do the same thing week after week after week. And you think, yes, done a great one this morning. Got my message over beautifully. But you didn't. And if you asked anyone in the room, what did he say? They'd be like, I have no idea. I have no clue. Every business has jargon and acronyms, which if you're in that business, make total sense. To everyone else, absolutely no clue. So I want you to think about what you say as a business. I want you to think about what you say as a company, as a person, whatever. What are people hearing? What do people hear when you present? More importantly, what do they remember when you present? The way networking works is if you come into this expecting to sell your wares to everyone in the room, that's a big mistake. What if, for example, everyone on this room doesn't want promotional products? Is that it? Is that the end of my networking journey? Is that it finished? Well, no, not at all. Because the way networking works properly is the people we know. Oh, it's not the people in the room. It's the people we know. The aim of the game, folks, is to train the room to sell for you away from the meeting. So I want you, instead of looking at people on this screen as customers, I want you to look at them as salespeople, reps, whatever you want to call them. And our aim as networkers is to train those people to be our eyes and ears. And when all of a sudden 16 people are listening out for us, that's when magic happens. Imagine if you could employ 16 salespeople in your business for 365 plus that or whatever it costs. You do that, you grab that, because that's probably the cheapest sales force you will ever have in your entire life. So what you do is you turn up to this meeting and you think, right, it's day one, and all these people here are my brand new sales force, which I've employed to sell the business. Think to yourself, what would I say to these people? How would I train these people? And then go about training the people on the screen as to what you do, what you're looking for, how you add value, what's a good referral, what's a bad referral, how you can make a difference, if you have a USP, etc., etc. The more people know about you as a business, the more their ears are tuned to, oh, I know someone who does that, because you've had the training for the person to listen out for buying signals, pain points. So, for example, if someone says, oh, a moving house, brilliant stuff. So that could be carpets, that could be decorating, that could be gardening, that could be insurance, that could be double glazing, that could be this, that could be that, it could be a bathroom, it goes on and on and on. And all they said was, I'm moving house. Imagine if that I'm moving house created loads of business. Oh, right. Are you moving house? Have you got your mortgage sorted? Oh, yeah, it's all done. Okay, insurance, etc., etc. I'm starting a new business. There's stuff there. Oh, brilliant stuff. So when they're in that new business, maybe they can listen out for your products or service. But are they ever going to listen out if they don't know what you do? So the one thing I've always said is, just because you know what you're doing, it doesn't mean anyone else does. It doesn't mean anyone else cares. So you have to give people a reason to listen to you, a reason to remember what you do. So treat the people on the room as if it was day one. Just because you sell, for example, let's say, just because you sell a mortgage, do people really know what mortgages are? Do they know about all the types of mortgages? Do they really know about whole of market? So all the things that you do day to day, do other people really understand what that means? And the more you can explain what you do and how you add value and benefit, the more they're likely to think of you. So have a think about your business. Have a think about what people would normally ask for, look for, or say when they're looking for your products or service. Have a think about the things that other people, your competition, do wrong. And if you can remember those things and educate people to listen out for those pain points, those problems, and then on the flip side, they quite like you, they're more likely going to recommend you when people have asked for products or service or something like that. So this is not a room to sell at. This is a room to sell through. This is a room to educate, to get people to listen out and help you. So if you're not getting a return on investment, if you're not getting the business, have a think. Because I would say 9.9 times out of 10, the reason you don't get business is because of you. It's because of how you are pitching your business, how you are selling, how you are educating the room. No acronyms, no jargon. Just because you know what you're doing, no one else really does. The ultimate scenario is that every single person on this screen should be able to do your pitch for you if you were ill. And if you think to yourself, oh my goodness me, I wonder if they could. Imagine doing your pitch and at the end say, right, hands up, who could go away now and do that pitch? And if everyone says yes, then you're on to a winner. But if people are like, ugh, that means they're not likely to recommend you because they don't fully understand what you're doing and they don't want to look stupid by trying to explain it. IT support's a classic one, absolute classic. People very rarely talk about IT support because they don't understand it and they don't want to look stupid. So the next best thing, oh, I know a florist, they do flowers. It's easy because they understand it. Get your business to floristry levels. Explain your business as if you were talking to a 7-year-old, and then get that 7-year-old to tell mummy and daddy what they'd heard. That is roughly about the level our brains work at a morning networking meeting because we're tired, stressed, agitated, whatever. If you can explain your business to a kid and the kid can explain it to mum and dad, you are onto a flipping winner. Because trust me, I guarantee not everyone on the screen at every second is listening intently to what's being said, especially not Zoom, because there's a million things happening all over. Phone calls, doors, kids, another screen, a phone, a light, and the traffic. So you have to get people to listen to what you do. So there we go, folks. That's my advice to you. Train the room, don't sell at the room, and hopefully it will work better. Dush.